Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be teaching you how to play Susie May by Beabadoobee. You can play on the acoustic or on the electric. Either way, it's the same chords, so let's get going. Okay, so first things first, you're going to need a capo on the 6th fret. You're only going to need 6 chords, and the chords are F major chord, C major chord, E minor chord, A minor chord, D minor chord, and the G major. And we're also going to have the guitar in standard tuning, so that's E, A, D, G, B, and E. Okay, so first one is F major chord. You're going to have your finger placements like this. On the first fret, we're going to have a finger on the B string. And then on the 2nd fret, we're going to have a finger on the G string. And then we're going to have 2 fingers on the 3rd fret from the capo, belt up to the capo on the 6th fret. And our 2 fingers are going to be on the A string and the D string. So A string and the D string. And we're going to mute the thickest E string. And we're going to leave the E string, bottom E string, open. Or you can, wrap your hand a little bit more around to mute it. It's up to your preference, whatever you like. That's F major. The next, C major. We're going to keep 1 finger on the B string. And then we're going to leave the bottom E string open. And we're going to leave the G string open. And we're going to put a finger down on the D string, 2nd fret from the capo. And a finger down on the 3rd fret from the capo on the A string. And we're going to keep using this thickest E string, so that's C major. So then next is E minor. So E minor is very simple. We're just going to leave all of the strings open that are not the A and the D string. So we're going to have 2 fingers on the A and the D strings on the 2nd frets, and then every other string we're going to leave open, so the top and the bottom E strings open, so that means no fingers are being placed on the frets there. And we're going to have the G and the B strings open as well, so that's E minor. A minor, you're going to have a finger again on the B string, 1st fret from the capo, now 2 fingers on the 2nd frets on the D string and the G string. And then we're going to leave the A string open, and we're going to mute the E string. I usually mute it by wrapping my thumb around the neck and just placing it lightly on there, and that works for muting this top string. And then we're also leaving the bottom or the thinnest E string open, just 2 strings open, 1 muted, and then 3 fingers down, 3 strings. A minor. Okay, D minor. We're going to have 3 fingers down, and we're going to have a finger on the thinnest E string on the 1st fret, a finger on the G string 2nd fret, and a finger on the B string 3rd fret. And we're going to wrap our thumb a little bit more around the neck so that we are muting the thick E string and the A string. And we're going to leave the D string open. So our fingers on the G, B, and E strings. So D minor is going to sound like this. Next we have the G chord, the G major chord. And we're going to have 3 fingers down, 1 on the A string, 2nd fret from the capo, 1 on the thickest E string, 3rd fret from the capo, and another one on the thinnest E string, 3rd fret from the capo. And here we're leaving D, G, and B strings open. It's going to sound like this. So that's G major. Yeah, those are all the chords you need. So I'm going to use a lo-fi pedal during this tutorial, so I hope you guys like it. So let's get going into the song now. So the intro is just going to be F major, C major, E minor, and A minor, all in that chord progression. And you're going to be playing that chord progression twice. And each chord is going to have 8 strums. So it's going to just be 8 down strums for each chord. Oh, and also on each 2nd strum, you can go a little bit lighter, so it sounds kind of like... which is kind of how in the song it seems like. And I'll be putting up the chords as I go through them throughout the song here. So the intro, without the pick, it sounds more muted, kind of like the song. So we can go, this is the intro. intro. Okay, so now we go into the verse, and the verse is the same exact way that we did the intro, except we're basically repeating the chord progression in the intro 4 times. And we start singing the verse in the song 4 strums in. So like as soon as you finish the 4th strum, you start singing Susie May, and then you play out the last 4, and then you start another 8 down strums at the next chord. And then from then on, we just sing along with that same strumming pattern, 8 down strums for each chord. So all together, we're going through it. Susie May goes out at night, thinking of all the things she likes. She can't afford to throw those things away. Susie May forgets she's not okay. So that's the verse 1. And then as soon as you finish verse 1, we jump right into the chorus, and it's a much faster, more upbeat song. So the strumming pattern for that is different. The strumming pattern for that for each chord is going to be 10 strum pattern. So it's going to be a 4 down strum and 1 up strum pattern, repeating twice for a total of 10 strums per chord that we're playing. So basically we're going to have 3 down strums and then 1 really quick down up to make 5 strums, and then repeat that twice for the 10 strum pattern. So just as an example to how you're going to play. And here I'm going to start playing with my pick, because in the song it does get brighter and faster. So to make those higher notes like resonate a little bit more, I'm going to use my pick. And with the pick, it'll sound like, it's like down, 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 down. So we're going to start. And here the chord progression changes as well. The chord progression is going to be from D minor to G to C and to A minor. And we're repeating that chord progression 3 times. And you kind of slow down at the end at that last A minor chord. So it's gonna go, of course. And does she know it's not fun that she cries at night? And does she know it's not alright that she hates to fly? Susie May, you're not okay. Time to find your way. Now we just jump right into the bridge, and here we're just going to be doing down strums for the first 2 chord progressions. And the first 2 sentences have that same chord progression that we just did, D minor to G to C to A minor, and we're just repeating that twice, except now we're just doing a down strum for each chord. And then at the last 2 sentences in the bridge, the chord variation changes. The first sentence is going to have D minor to G to C to E minor to A minor chord progression, and then the last sentence is going to have D minor G to C chord progression. And the strumming pattern changes. For the 3rd sentence, we're going to have D minor and G, just 1 down strum, and then the C to E minor to A minor, we're going to play that all really close together. You can either do individual picking pattern, so just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, so pluck on the B string first, and then on the A, D, and G strings in that order. And you do that picking pattern for each chord, for the C major, then the E minor, then the A minor. So in my eyes. And you can also keep that same picking pattern for D minor, G, and C at the last chord progression for the last sentence. If you would like, you just have to play the G a little bit differently, but it's up to you, it's your preference. Or you can just do easier. So the C and the E minor are just gonna have that 3 strum pattern, so down, down, up, and then so each chord after you do down, down, up, you're gonna switch to the next one, down, down, up, and then at A minor we're gonna start that 6 strum pattern that we're gonna use for the rest of the chords in the bridge. So C and the E minor are the 3 strum pattern, A minor is gonna have that 6 strum pattern, down, down, up, down, up, and then switch to D minor, have the same strum pattern, and G in the same strum pattern, and then C, same strum pattern, but you can end on a down strum as well to make it 7 strums for that chord. So all together, and we're gonna start the D minor before we sing the words in the bridge. And I'm alright, don't you see? Always tangled in bed sheets. You can see it in my eyes always when I am with swollen eyes. Then we jump right into the chorus, and we played the chorus the exact same way throughout the song. So I'm just gonna jump into it. And does she know it's not fine that she cries at night? And does she know it's not alright that she hates to fly? Susie, you're not okay. Time to find your way. And then we jump right to the bridge, same way that we played the last one. And now I'm gonna strum with my thumb just to mimic more the studio version of the song. And I'm alright, don't you see? Always tangled in bed sheets. You can see it in my eyes always when I am with swollen eyes. And then we jump right into the outro. And here we're just going to be doing the chord progression that we started out with the intro, the F, C, E minor, and A minor chords all together. And we're going to be repeating that 5 times to finish out the song. So the first 3 times that we're playing that outro, we're going pretty fast. And then the last 2 times we play that chord progression, we're like slowly fading out until we're at the last chord. And we play that as slowly as we can and just end. And you could do the 8 strum pattern that we started with, just those 8 down strums for each chord and then switching. That one just goes a little bit slower, which is why you can also do the 10 strum pattern for the outro, which is that down, 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 up, and then again down, down, and then up. So either way you can finish out. So I'll just do 1 chord progression in either way, and you can choose to see whichever one you like. Strum for each chord. Yeah, so just for simplicity, I'm going to end it out the same way we came in, the intro, the 8 strum pattern. So also the same way we came in on the intro, I'm just going to be doing the strumming with my fingers, and mostly my thumb. That's the end of Susie May by Beabadoobee. Thank you guys so much for staying with me again and tuning in. It means the world to me. I hope you guys enjoy. Anyways, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys on the next video.